Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we have got a lineup of jokes for you that are guaranteed to crack you up. Let's straight dive into the fun.
A reporter once asked a 100-year-old man, "Sir, what's your secret to staying healthy and living such a long life?" The old man smiled and said, "Well, it's quite simple. My wife and I have been married for 75 years. On our wedding day, we made an agreement. Whenever we had an argument, the person who lost would have to walk 5 kilometers. The reporter nodded. "So that's the secret? You've been walking all these years?" "Exactly," the old man replied. "I've walked 5 kilometers almost every day for the last 75 years. The reporter laughed. "Well, that certainly explains why you're so healthy. But how is your wife still in such great shape?" The old man grinned and said, "That's easy. She's been walking behind me for 75 years to make sure I actually did the 5 kilometers. A woman was having an affair with an inspector from a pest control company. One afternoon, they were together at her house when she suddenly heard her husband's car pull into the driveway. Panicking, she whispered, "Quick! Hide in the closet!" She shoved the inspector inside and slammed the door just as her husband walked into the room. The husband immediately sensed something was off. After looking around for a moment, he marched over to the closet and yanked the door open. There stood a completely naked man. The husband stared in disbelief. "Who are you?" he demanded. The man remained remarkably calm. "I'm an inspector from Bugs Be Gone." The husband frowned. "An inspector? Then what are you doing in my closet?" The man replied. "I'm investigating a complaint about a moth infestation." The husband looked him up and down. "Then where are your clothes?" The inspector glanced at himself, shook his head, and sighed. "Those little rascals." Cletus was walking past Billy Bob's hay barn when he peeked through a crack in the door, and couldn't believe what he saw. There was Billy Bob, doing a slow, dramatic striptease in front of his old John Deere tractor. First the overall straps slid off his shoulders, then he spun around, ripped open his plaid shirt, and finally tossed his cap into the hay with flair. Shocked, Cletus ran inside. "Billy Bob, what in the world are you doing?" Billy Bob jumped, red-faced. "Good grief, Cletus, you scared me. But the wife and I have been having some trouble, and the therapist told me to do something sexy to attract her."